Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dallas here, and today we're going to be continuing with our G-Swirl pixel art. I went ahead and cleared out this area right here so that we could see the pixel art a bit better as we progress. Where we're going to start off today, I think we're going to continue working on this pink part. It's pretty big, so we got to really work and try to put up as much time into this as possible. So first thing I want to start off with is placing granite block right here in between this gap, and then on top of it pink terracotta. Next thing we're going to do is place 2 red wool on top of it, and that's what we have right there. Next thing we're going to do is come over here on top of this pink wool, right next to this one right here. We're going to place polished granite, and then we are going to, let's see what we can do next. I think what we'll do is we'll come back over here and start working on this a bit. So we're going to place pink wool right here to the left with like the miniature Z. We're going to place another wool like this diagonal of it, and then we're going to place one more on top. Alright, and then next thing you want to do is just go on the inside of it and place a piece of pink wool right here. Alright, so now what you want to do is you start off right here, which is 1 block gap away from the block we just placed, and 1 down, and then you want to go up 1, over 1, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 like that. Right. The next thing you want to do, so we fill a 4x4 square and a little 3x3 right here, and then a block right here next to this one right here. I keep saying this right here. I'm trying to show as much as I can here. And then diagonal to this block, you want to put one right in between, and then you want to go 3 out, 1, 2, 3, and then you want to make another diagonal angle with the wool right here, up 1, and then 2, or wait, 2, there we go, and that's what we got it looking like. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is start kind of working on it from the bottom a bit right down here, so that way we can work it back up, because with the pink concrete powder, you want to make sure you fill in all the gaps, because otherwise you want to make sure it doesn't like start to fall and stuff. So we're going to fill in this area right here, so that way we can continue to build over the pink. So what you're going to need to do is go ahead and grab you some mushroom blocks, red mushroom blocks, the red glazed terracotta, and the orange wool. Let's see, I think you're gonna need white hardened or white terracotta as well. And so you just want to go 1, 2, 3 from right here, and you can go place the red glazed terracotta on the very end of that. And then you want to go 1, 2, and then 3, make a shape like that. You want to place 1 red glazed terracotta in between there, 1 like that. Then you want to go 1, 2, and you want to go 1, 2. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is take your red wool and you want to just place it right here and right here, diagonal from each other, and directly underneath the white terracotta. Next thing you want to just do is place pink concrete right in between. Alright, so you're going to need the orange wool, or not orange wool, but the orange wood that we used. The wood, I can't pronounce its name for some reason. And so you can see what it's called right there. It just popped up on the screen. You're going to place it right here in between the diagonal to the pink concrete, And right next to it, you just want to place polished granite. And so we're going to grab that from right here. You want to place it right here. There you go. Next thing you want to do is go over 4 with orange wool. So you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to go up 1 on the second block over from the left side. Then you want to make a 4x4 mushroom, red mushroom block. So you want to make it look like that. You're going to place your red glazed terracotta, go 1, 2, and then 1 on the end right here. And then you want to place red wool on top of the 2 and to the right of the 4x4 square we made. Then you're going to place red glazed on top of that wool, and then 2 on top of the mushroom block. So 1, 2. Next thing you want to do is place another 1, 2, 1 on top of the pink wool, and then over again. Next thing you need is the pink terracotta, and fill in that little gap right there. And then what you want to do now is take the red glazed terracotta, and you want to go place it directly on top of the pink concrete at the very end over here. Next thing you want to do is go 1, 2 with red wool, and then you're going to go directly underneath the pink concrete. You want to place 1 red wool, and starting from the right side, from on top of the red glazed terracotta, you want to go 1, 2, 3. Alright, you're going to place red mushroom block directly on top of the white terracotta. Alright, so the next thing you need to do is grab some red concrete. So we're going to grab red concrete from here, and we are going to place 1 like that on top of the mushroom block, and we go 1, 2. Alright, and then next to the mushroom block that we place the red concrete on top of, and you place your pink terracotta right in between the gap. Great, and the last thing you're gonna need is the red concrete powder. You're gonna need to place it 1 on top of the first block to the left of the concrete, and then you're gonna place it directly 1 to the right. Okay, and that's what we got looking like so far. We're almost done with that little area. So the next step you want to do is to, this part's pretty much simple. Place pink concrete right here, and that's diagonal from the mushroom block. Place pink wool, which is diagonal from the concrete, and then you want to place pink terracotta 1, 2 directly below the wool, and then diagonal from the terracotta you want to place a concrete block at the very bottom, a pink concrete block. Alright, so we're going to go back and grab us some white terracotta, and we're simply going to go ahead and start filling in the spots where we have it at. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 directly above this wool block, diagonal from the red glazed terracotta and right next to the pink concrete. And then we're going to go 1, and then we're going to place 1 block right next to the 1, 2 pink terracotta. Alright, and that's what that looks like. The next thing we're going to be doing, let's see, I think what we're going to start to do is build us the bottom row and heading on over. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is go 8 over with pink glazed terracotta. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's fine. Give me 1 second. That's strange. Okay, I don't think it died because the light was still on. Strange. Alright, let me restart here. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we're also going to check that again before we continue, and the way we're going to check that is by building with other blocks, just to make sure that we don't mess up while doing this. So we're going to go 1, so we place 2 wool, and then we place another one, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with pink wool, and we're going to place 1, 2 with pink concrete, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 again with pink concrete. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we want to make sure that we didn't mess up any on this. And the way that we're going to do that is basically by the placement of the blocks. We want to make sure that the gap is just right and that everything is in the correct spot it's supposed to be. So basically, when saying that, we're just going to fill in this area before moving on to working on the inside. Okay, so to fill in this area, we're going to start off with, we want to build this over directly all the way on top of the pink wool, the 2 first that we built. So white here to this 2. I'm going to stop there. And then we want to do the same thing with this row. And stop there. Alright, and then we basically do this, we repeat almost the same pattern all the way up to the top of the L, this L right here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take us, we're going to grab us our pink concrete powder right here, and put it right here. And then we're going to just fill in until we reach the second row, and I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm just going, and by the second row I meant right where we place that pink concrete powder. Alright, so then what we're going to do is go, let's see, we're going to go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then you want to go 1, 2, and 3. Alright. You want to go, and it should be 4 before we reach the edge. If we're right on this, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why the block was like doing that. Alright. And then the next one should be 5 when doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to be 1 over the edge, and it should be 4. It should be 3. We're gonna go 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna place concrete powder, the pink concrete powder. Then we go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how you basically measure it out. Make sure that every block is placed in the correct spot by using the other blocks just to make sure. Alright, so what we're going to do now is build up our pink wool up to this point. And then we're going to go over 1. Then right here on top of this over 1 that we just did, we're going to go 1, 2 with pink concrete. Alright, and then we're going to go 1, 2 up, like this. And place pink wool 1, 2, and then we're gonna go 1, 2 again. Alright, and then from this side right here, you want to go from not the far right block, but you want to place it on the middle block right here in the center. You can go 1, 2, 3. Then what you want to do is go 1, 2. And you want to go 1, 2, and it makes a 4x4 square on top of that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up 4 blocks and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go and let's see here. I'm going to place 2 blocks right here below this part. 1, 2. And that leaves a 1 block gap here. It should only take 4 to with the pink wool. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that shows that we did it right. And next part we're just going to do is kind of fill in this little gap right here with pink wool. Alright, so you want to go 1 over from this right here. Now on top of this pink wool right here, 1 over, you want to place 1, 2, 3. A little line like that. Alright, and then the rest up to, let's see, up to right here. You want to fill in with pink wool. So we're going to do that real quick. Alright, so once you have it filled up with pink wool up to that point, the next step you want to do is just simply take the pink glazed terracotta and place it like that. And boom. And now, as you can see, we're filling in more of the pink part. Let's see, the next thing you want to do is take your pink glazed terracotta and you want to go 1, 2. Okay. And then you want to go 3. And then right on top of this pink concrete, you're going to go 4. And so it looks like this. Alright, so you want to just fill this in with pink wool. And then we'll start building up, or at least attempting to build up the border a bit more on the edge here. And this is basically the border of the pink. Everything past here is not going to be pink anymore. And that's what I'm trying to build, is basically the base, so we have a starting point for everything. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And that's just up 3, over 3 different times. Alright, so in the middle you want to place 1, and you want to do that, and you want to have 1, 2, 3. So we're just basically going up 3 from the middle. Then you want to go 1, 2, like this. And you're going to go on top of that 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then I'm going to go, let's see, we gotta be extra careful on this part. Okay, so we're gonna go over 8. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're gonna go down 2, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so I believe might have done something wrong here. Let me double check real quick. Give me 1 second to take a look at this. Because basically between here and here is supposed to be a 1 block gap. And usually I mess up on some of these parts because it's really complicated trying to do all this. So it's supposed to go 3 twice, and I only did it once, so that's the issue. There you go, and at least it's an easy fix like that. See, I did 1, 2, and then I didn't do the, basically I was doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, and I did that up there. So I do apologize for that. You just gotta be really careful when doing stuff like this. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're gonna fill in this entire gap right here with pink wool. Alright, and then after we get it filled in with pink wool, We'll see how much time we have left, and then we'll see what's next. Because basically, this is basically just the bottom part of this. So we're only at 20 minutes. We're going to continue work on as much as possible here. I'm going to go real quick right here and put 1, 2 pink wool. And then we're going to go down, not the top pink concrete block. We're going to go down one right here. And we're going to fill this all the way down with pink wool. Like that. Alright, and this is what we have so far. Alright, so before we continue, see how we have one block gap here. We have to be extra careful again because we're supposed to go up 2 in this next pattern that we're going to do. So we're going to go 1, 2 like this. And we go over, all the way over like this, like right here. And go over again. Okay, one block away from the very end block right here. I'm going to place 1 pink concrete. And then we're going to go over 1 again, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do another 4 on top. Okay, at the very end, you're going to go 1, 2. And then you want to go into the inner one, and you want to go 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to go 1, and then 2. And that's how that should look. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to be doing is placing pink wool right here, like this, 1, 2. And then we're going to go up 4 from the center. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, then right here to the right a little bit of this on top of this block right here. We go 1, 2. And then right next to the little 1, 2 we did right here, we're going to place pink wool right there. Alright, we're going to get out our glazed terracotta, and we're going to go 1, and it should look like that. Alright, so next step is we're going to take our pink concrete powder, and we're going to just go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and it's just counting, make sure we don't overfill it, get distracted by something, and easily mess up. And we're just going to go all the way up on that side with it. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is we're going to go all the way back down here, and we're going to start filling in this gap. Because we basically want these two to be connected, and that way it's a lot easier to work on it. Now the reason why I say it'll be easier is because that you can tell where blocks go off of other blocks, and so you want to try to keep the parts where you're going off of what it's based off of. You want to keep it kind of even. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna do this. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3 with pink concrete powder, and then we're going to go over here and then fill this row in with glazed terracotta. Like that. Okay, so the next step you want to do is you want to go directly above this pink concrete powder right here, and you want to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1 little top spot on top, and then fill this in right here, this little gap, and that should be 4. Alright, and by 4 I mean we already had this part placed, but we just placed 3, and that should make it 4 in total. And then what we're gonna do is go 1, 2, 3, and then 1 up on the very edge. Then we're gonna place pink wool right there. Alright, then we go 1 like this, and then 1 right here. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to fill it in all the way over like this. And then we're going to do the same thing again, fill it all the way over like that. Okay, and so what you want to do is you want you see this block right here, you want to go and leave a 1 block gap and then go right here, place 1 right here. Okay, which is also just a 2 block gap in between there. And then what you want to do from there is place another one on top. And then you want to fill in the rest all the way over. Okay, so now you want to place one more directly besides the 2 you placed on up top. And then we already placed this, I believe. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go, is we have already these 2. We're going the pink concrete powder. You're going to place 1 right here and 1 right here. And that way it's diagonal and it's right there. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is basically, let's see, let me take a look. Going to count, just make sure we're still doing everything right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's still 4. That's good. And then this one, okay, we're just going to fill in this part. Since we already did the part over here, I can tell that this is still right just based off of the length on the other side. Alright. Next thing you want to do is just fill in again all the way over. So we're going to go right here all the way back over to connect with the wool. Alright, we're going to do the same thing again all the way over, but this time it's going to touch the concrete. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Alright, as you can tell, we're just filling it in a bit more. Alright, and this time from the wool all the way to the other wool, just fill that all the way in. Let me just double check, still doing this right? Yep. Alright, and so the next part, you just want to place pink concrete powder. Yeah, place it 1 right in between there. We're going to go place the 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, like this, in a little miniature T type shape. And then diagonal from it, you have concrete powder down here. We're going to go 1, 2, and the reason I want 2 is because we're going to quickly place pink concrete powder directly next to the 1, 2 wool. Alright, the next step is you want to go down here. Next to this wool, you just want to place 1 piece of pink glazed terracotta. And then you want to go 1, 2. Alright, and then you want to fill in the rest of that little gap right there. The next step, you just want to go 1, 2 from the pink concrete powder we placed. And then you want to go and you want to place 1 right there. And then place up by 1. And then we're going to start with this part real quick. We're going to go 1, 2 like that. Then place us a miniature L with the wool, and then place concrete in between and diagonal from that part. Alright, and then there's gonna be a lot more concrete powder towards the next part of what we're gonna work on. We're gonna go up 1 more with concrete powder so it's directly next to the concrete. And then for over here on this part, we're just gonna fill up to where we place that concrete powder at. So let's see how this looks. And then this is what we have so far. So we've basically done the right side and that little piece down there so far, and it's starting to look good. It's starting to come together. Alright, so I think we're gonna go ahead and end here because we're almost at 30-minute mark. Hope you've enjoyed today's build for this tutorial for today. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come out with 1 more, and then I have some other stuff I'm gonna be working on for today. Let me know if your pixel art is coming out good, or if you need any help, if I'm moving too fast, or if you're not sure what I said on one of the parts. I have a really crappy mic, so I know that, and I sometimes mess up on words. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.